So let's talk a little more about this idiot's comments about Gaza and taking over Gaza and kicking out the Palestinians. Because, even a lot of Republicans can't believe how stupid this is. Now, most of them aren't really saying anything. They're certainly not, criticizing Trump in any meaningful way. They're making it known in their little cowardly, weaselly way that they don't really support this. And for them even to do that shows you how stupid they think this whole thing is. But, I'm wondering, because you never know what's behind these stupid things that he says. Does he really mean it? Is he really serious about taking over Gaza? Or is this just another one of these things that he says to distract everybody from what his administration is doing? Or what? You never know if he's serious or if it's just part of distraction or whatever the hell else might be going on in his increasingly demented and diseased mind. But I was thinking this, and this dawned on me when I was watching the press conference with the criminal and Israeli Prime Minister Netanyahu. Because Netanyahu was really kissing Trump's ass during that press conference. I mean, it was just effusive, the ass kissing. And Netanyahu, say what you will about him, he's not a stupid man. He's far smarter than Donald Trump. I mean, who's not, if we're going to be honest? And I've always said that Donald Trump is the most easily manipulated person because, all you got to do is stroke his ego and you can basically get him to do whatever you want. Putin's been doing this to him for years. He's just too stupid to realize how easily he is manipulated by people. And I was thinking, I bet you Netanyahu orchestrated this whole thing. And he's the one who got Donald Trump to take this position and say he's going to take over Gaza. Because look, Netanyahu wants to get all the Palestinians out of Gaza. He would love nothing more. But he can't really do that. He's already in quite the jam over there. He can't really push much further without risking just worldwide condemnation. He's really in a bad way over this thing. But if he can have the United States do it for him, well, wouldn't that be something? And he knows that all he has to do is get Donald Trump on board. And I could easily see Netanyahu talking to Donald Trump and saying, you could be the greatest president in history. And not just the greatest president. You could be the greatest world leader of all time. You could be the great peacemaker. All you'd have to do, because you are so powerful, you are so wonderful, President Trump, all you would have to do is just go in there, get the Palestinians out of there, and say you're going to, put them in a much better place. Get them out of there, then clear out all the rubble, just bulldoze everything to the ground, and you could turn it, because you're such a great developer, President Trump. Oh, nobody can develop property like you. You could take the Gaza, which has so much potential. It's such a beautiful area of the world. You could make it beautiful like no one else could. And you could take the Palestinians out of Gaza, tell Jordan to take them, tell these other countries to take them, and the Palestinians would be so much better off. You could do that, Mr. President. Only you could. No one else could do it. Only you. But you could do this, Mr. President. And you could end the fighting and end the bloodshed and make Gaza beautiful again, just like you've done to America. And you could make everyone's lives better, Israel's lives better. You can make all the Palestinian, these poor people in Gaza, they don't really want to be there, Mr. President. It's such a horrible place. You've seen it. You know, I don't have to tell you. You're so smart. You see all of this. And Jared Kushner's already talked about developing it. And I know you see the potential there, Mr. President. So, if you were to do this, your legacy as the greatest leader of all time in the history of the world would be cemented, and everybody would cheer you. Everybody, all the countries in the Middle East, they would all support you, Mr. President, because they know how smart you are and how powerful you are. And they would want to go along and be a part of this, Mr. President. And of course, I would do everything I can to support you. You know this. You know that I think you are the smartest, greatest, most powerful leader of all time. I could see him doing that. And how do you think Trump would respond? Well, I think he would respond exactly as he did. I don't know. Just a thought I had, because in that press conference, like I said, I've seen Netanyahu kiss Trump's ass before, but I've never seen him kiss his ass that much. It was so over the top that was the first thing I thought. And as ridiculous as it sounds, it also sounds pretty friggin' plausible given Donald Trump.